Today I want to talk about two parties. One is the UK Labour Party and the second one is the USA Democrat Party. Let's start with the UK Party, UK Labour Party. They were started by the working man and working woman to make sure that standards are in, pay's right, etc. Health and safety, all for the working man and working woman. And that's what they were completely designed for. No racism, no bigotry, no nothing. Just in the sense of making sure the working person have what they're supposed to have by rights. Let's look at the USA Party, the Democrat Party. That's totally different. They were born on slavery, that party. Their party was actually a part of the KKK, or should I say, the KKK was the strong arm of the Democrats. The Democrats were the ones that were fighting the Republicans in reference to keeping slavery, even though today they state that it's the Republicans that wanted to keep slavery and brought slavery in, which of course is total and utter rubbish. So why am I talking about the Labour Party and the Democrat Party? Well, they both start from different, totally diverse beginnings. The Labour Party were brought in for the betterment of the people of the country. The Democrats weren't. It was all about being divisive, all about being horrible, evil, disgusting, vile. Everything. But what's basically happened is the Labour Party and the Democrat Party have now met in the middle on actually one party. And I'll explain to you why. Both parties tend to use what they class as critical race theory, which basically means that if I'm a white person, I'm an oppressor, and if someone's a black person, then they are the oppressed. And it's just purely on the colour of their skin. We all know the Martin Luther speech in reference to making sure you worry about my character rather than the colour of my skin. Well, this is the complete vice versa. There are many people in the Labour Party now that like to go for the divide and rule. At any point they can get, just to give an example, the whole football thing with taking a knee. They were always going to jump on that, and the whole racist thing in reference to a few tweets being sent, racist tweets being sent to footballers. They were always going to jump on that because that's the way they get the votes. You see, if you took away the racism banter from the Labour Party or the racism banter from the Democrat Party, they literally would have no votes. Who would vote for them? You'd have to be clinically insane to vote for them. They try and make out that black people are oppressed, and the only way that we can change that is by voting for their party. The Democrats do exactly the same thing. That's why in America, 95% of the black voters tend to vote for Democrats, because they've been given the same spiel over and over again, that the Republicans are the oppressors, they brought in slavery, they were fighting to keep slavery. All the lies and lies and lies, and they've done a very good job, an excellent job at putting out this propaganda. To this day, there's quite a few Americans that still believe that. The Labour Party in the UK have always been a divisive tool in our country. In fact, the quicker that the Labour Party get abolished or get redone, the better for all of us. They want to turn black people against white people against black people, not because, or should I put it this way, the reason they do it is because they want power. That's purely it. And they will use everything and anyone to get that power. And that goes for the Democrats. Now, I'm not stating to you that the Republicans in America or the Conservatives over here are good. They're far from good. But the fact is, if you was to look at both parties in America and both parties over here, why on earth would you vote Labour?